Welcome to my first ever wildlife photography and videography vlog. I hope you enjoy it. Just a little brief intro. I'm just walking around my local wetlands in Northamptonshire, filming the waterbirds and songbirds there. Now, I get some alright shots. I'll let you judge in the video later, and this is my first vlog, so any tips on using DaVinci Resolve, please let me know in the comments below. For my gear, I'm shooting on the Sony A6700, DJI Mic Mini, the 200 to 600 millimeter Sony, and my little DJI Mini 4K for those awesome drone shots like this one I'm showing you now. This drone shot is actually the place where I was and filmed on the day. But without anything further, enjoy the vlog. Good morning, it's just gone 9 o'clock and I'm out at the Northampton Wetlands, which is an overflow for the River Nen, to see if I can capture some birds. Been a bit of a slow start to the morning. I was up at 7:30, but it's a little bit grey, so I decided to delay just a little bit. And it's now about 9 o'clock. The lighting's still quite good actually, maybe a little bit harsh, but it's still alright. I've got my A6700 with the 200 to 600. Let's see what we can get. So far I've seen a few cygnets, just yawning. It's early in the morning. Broadcasting from the Mic Mini here. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this footage actually, because I've been debating getting the DJI Pocket 3 for stuff like this, or the 11mm 1.8 prime for my A6700, but I'm not sure. They're both fairly expensive. Obviously the A6700 is going to be heavier with a prime than the Osmo Pocket 3, but I'm currently on my iPhone 15 Pro on 0.5 4K 24p. Combined with this mic, obviously the built-in mic isn't too great, and yeah, well, I'll keep walking and see what I find. Now I realised I didn't have the noise cancellation on the mic, so you can see over there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a fairly busy road, so there was a bit of road noise in that last clip, but hopefully it's a little bit better now. Just gonna keep walking through this gate. As you can see, there's a load of sheep and geese and stuff over here. Trying to slam that and scare them all away. So yeah, I'm gonna put this camera away and see what footage I can get. Alright, so I just got a few shots. I hope this is stable, of some geese, Canada geese, and just some farmed sheep. The light's still alright. I'll swivel around. You can see it's starting, probably quite dark right now, but it's starting to get quite high in the sky, so the lighting's not ideal. Should have probably came out a bit earlier, but it's still alright. There's a little bit of cloud cover as well, which is nice because that will diffuse the light a little bit. I'm hoping to see something a little bit more exciting. Last time I was here, there was a kestrel flying around above me. There's also red kites here, rabbits. Nice little shot of a rabbit would be nice. Yeah, I'll just keep going and see what I see. Now, I've just been walking for another 15 minutes or so. Finally, the sun is to the side rather than directly in my face, so maybe I'm squinting a little bit less now. I've still not seen anything particularly interesting. I'll just move the camera up here. Seems like a day for ordinary wildlife, which is fine, like, in its own way. Still plenty of stuff to take photos of. One of the things I find walking here is actually the birds in particular seem to be particularly scared of people, more so than normal at other parks and stuff. I think it's quite a quiet location. I've only seen 2 people in the 45 minutes or so that I've been here, so it's kind of expected. They're not used to people, which often they are at parks, and they're a little bit more scared. But I'll keep walking. There's some Eurasian coots down there. As you can see, this is the way that I'm heading. Yeah, I'll just see what I find as I keep walking. Now, I've just seen a Eurasian green woodpecker fly into these trees behind me, which is nice because the sun is pointing that way. But as soon as I'd put this camera down that I'm filming with to pick up the A6700 on my hip, it already disappeared. I've seen it a few times here actually, around these. There's actually not too many trees, but around these trees in this area, but it just goes straight into the more dense area. So unless I'm lucky and I'm pointing my camera that way and I get the right focus quick enough, it'll probably be a little while until I get a good photo, which is fine. It makes it more rewarding when I do get the actual photo, but it would have been nice to get it today. I keep walking. There's quite a lot of activity here actually. Mostly swans and stuff, but who knows, might get a few nice photos still. Now this is just an example of the scene that I'm shooting here as the swans move away from me. You can see they're more nervous than swans in like your average park or something because, well look, they've all just turned their back and started swimming, which is a shame. There's actually quite a nice side light over there, although it is getting quite bright now. Just got a nice photo of these two over here. There you can see the road that I was talking about earlier behind actually, when I was talking about the noise. But over here it's not too bad, just a faint hum, which hopefully the mic should be cutting out, but we'll see if I can get any good photos of these swans here. I did manage to get a few nice photos actually. It's a hard one actually, because when it's something common like Canada goose or one of these mute swans, it's just because they're common, even if you get quite a nice photo, which I think I did, I'll show it now, I don't know, it just still seems a little bit ordinary, which I suppose it is. I don't know, capturing the rare moments does seem more exciting, but it's still nice to get photos like this. I've been quite impressed actually with the 200 to 600 and A6700 today. The results have been quite sharp, especially now it's reaching about 10 o'clock in the morning. The lighting's getting quite harsh, the sun's going up, still yielding quite good results actually, and then just sharpen that up and warm it up a little bit in post. I use Lightroom for all my photo editing, and then I use DaVinci Resolve for video editing, which I'm not quite as good at, but hopefully I'm alright. I've moved away a little bit from the water, which is over there behind me, and I've gone down over the bank from the floodplains onto this bit where there's some fields. There's a little ditch down there with a small stream, I suppose you'd call it. Often you do get some quite nice shots here because the water birds move away from the lakes over there and head over to the fields on the right where they sort of graze and lay down and rest and stuff, so you can get some nice shots. It's also quite scenic. There's a few dead trees where the branches can make some quite dramatic shots if you get the right bird on it, which I'm yet to get. A nice big, this one behind me here, a nice big bird of prey on that would make a pretty good shot, but at the minute it's just crows, so maybe we'll take a few shots and see, but it'd be nice to have a kestrel or a kite perched on it. Now I've been walking for another 10 minutes or so, and the sun is starting to get really quite harsh now as it gets towards 10:30. So if I'm shooting this way in the direction of the sun, it's literally just all I'm getting is a silhouette, which can be powerful at times, but I really want to get a nice shot of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this little bridge here and see if shooting with the sun behind me will make it better. Hopefully it's not too washed out because the clouds that were here earlier are now gone. and hopefully I can get a bit of a better result. It's now 10 past 11. It's quite windy up here, and I've just taken my drone, the DJI Mini 4K, up over here behind me just to get a few shots. And here, hope you can hear me all right. It is quite windy, but see if how well the mic holds up. In terms of interest in bird life, I've not actually seen too much. I've seen some more songbirds, which I didn't see earlier. Down by the water over there was pretty much nothing apart from geese, a few crows, and then the odd duck as well. But I went into this sort of like slightly wooded area. There's not too many trees behind me, and I got a few great tits, goldfinches, pied wagtail, and I saw the green Eurasian green woodpecker again, but I wasn't able to get it. It's just too quick, and it darts into the woods too fast. But at some point I will get it one day. I think I'm gonna head back now because, as you can see, the 11 o'clock sun is getting pretty high. The photos do just look a bit washed out now, and I've lost cloud cover, so I'll see what I see on the way back, and I'll keep my camera out, but I think it's time to head back. Alright, so it's now 11:30, and behind me over here, you won't be able to see it, but there is a grey heron. I managed to get some alright photos, but just, well, this is the current situation. I'm knee deep in the reeds. Now, I've seen a few. I saw an egret up there, another grey heron, but it's so bright, and I've worn the wrong hoodie as well. Everything is just too skittish. As soon as I get close, it just flies away, which is a shame, but I managed to get a few decent photos on the walk back, so at least I've made something of that. But yeah, it's too bright now, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna head back. Okay, so it is now 12 o'clock. It's quite windy actually, so it'll be interesting to see how well the mic holds up. But I'm walking back. It's actually been quite a good last hour, surprisingly. The photos are a little bit washed out, so I'll see what I can do in post. But I've had quite a few sightings of the grey heron. There's a river just along there, along that river. And then also here behind me on these wetlands, it was kind of stalking into the reeds. And I managed to get a few good photos there and video, but shooting at 600mm crop sensor, so 900 handheld, is quite a big challenge. So I'll see what I can recover in post, see if I can get some stabilization on it. Yeah, see what the footage comes out like. What else did I see? There was an egret again, but again it flew away before I could get close enough. Sheep, more sheep, and more sheep. And that's about it, but let's get back and get into the living room and get the photos uploaded onto my laptop. Now, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Any critiques, anything you like, please drop in the comments, because I'll be making many more vlogs over the next few weeks. If you want to see my journey around the UK and South Africa and any other traveling that I do, please make sure to subscribe.